Standard 8 subject Social Science, chapter number 10. Following the Mahatma part 2. In first part we have learned about many activities or satyagraha done by Gandhiji. In second part we are going to learn about the other satyagrahas done by him. First is the civil disobedience movement in 1930. It was difficult to attain Swaraj without fight. At the Ahmedabad session of the Indian National Congress, the executive committee decided to launch a movement to attain Swaraj by breaking the unjust law in disciplined way. It authorized Gandhiji to launch the civil disobedience movement. That means to disobey the rules regulated by the Britishers. The civil disobedience movement started with the breaking of the unjust salt law. At that time, British government has monopolized the production and trade of salt for British government and English merchants only, which means no Indians can do on trade of salt or production of salt. Salt was made taxable commodity which Gandhiji and other nationalists felt unjust because salt is very necessary for food. Gandhiji announced in the year 1930 that he would carry out march up to Dandi near Surat and break the salt. Gandhiji started the Dandi march from Sabarmati Ashram with his 78 companions on 12th March 1930. Meetings were held in every village that was in the route. He explained to the people the characteristics of civil disobedience movement, need to break the salt law and the significance of satyagraha. Gandhiji reached Dandi on 5th April 1930 and on 6th April he broke the salt law by picking up a fistful of salt in his hand and said, I am shaking the foundation of British Empire. Farmers, tribals and women actively participated in this movement and thousands of satyagrahis were arrested due to this march. Roundtable conferences. The British government convened roundtable conference in order to discuss the changes required for India. The first conference was unsuccessful as the Indian National Congress decided to boycott it. The second roundtable conference was held in 1931 in London. Gandhiji attended it as the only representative of Indian National Congress. In this conference, the demand for separate electorate for Dalits and for different communities were made. Gandhiji was disappointed since it would discriminate or segment India. The leaders of various communities did not agree and hence the conference was failed. This picture shows the Roundtable Conference of 1931 where Gandhiji attended it in London. Britishers tried to make discrimination according to religion in our country, but Gandhiji opposed them. In 1935, the Government of India Act was the second phase of constitutional changes in India. That means changes done in constitution of our country, but it turned to be inadequate and disappointing by the nationalists. According to Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the degree of autonomy introduced at provisional level was quite limited. The elected representatives of India were given a very limited authority. This was against their expectation. As per this act, the elections were held and Gandhiji suggested that Indian National Congress would form the federal legislature only if it is guaranteed that governors would not exercise the exclusive power granted to them and act as per the advice of elected provincial ministry. The experiment of provisional Swaraj continued for 2 years. When the World War II broke out in 1939, the British government declared India a part of it and without consulting the federal legislature. As a sign of protest, the committees resigned. After that, in 1940, the demand of Pakistan arose. Muhammad Iqbal and Chaudhry Rahmat Ali were the Muslim leaders who propagated that Hindus and Muslims should form two separate nations, as they represented two different cultures. The resolution of demand for Pakistan was passed in Muslim League session held at Lahore in March 1940. It was suggested to form an independent nation having the majority of Muslim population. After this, the creation of Pakistan became the main objective of Muslim League instead of the freedom from the Britishers. Maulana Azad was born in Mecca. He knew many languages and was a scholar of Islam. He advocated the unity of all the religions. He was always very active in Gandhian movements. In next part, we will learn about other satyagrahas done under the leadership of Gandhiji and other leaders.